filling your prescription. It'll be ready soon.
My, what a nice young lady. Just look at her. What a mess. What on earth could have happened to her?
She's not on our list. Let's not start worrying about her.
But look at her, she's so lonely. Maybe if I...
Remember, the wings.
Why are you crying? Oh, I don't know. I just don't know what else to do, I guess.
Can I get you something, miss? A drink of water, maybe?
You get me one, mister. Can I have one, Louie? Huh? Can I?
Would you shut up? Water ain't for drinking. You heard a list of windpipe or something?
Is there a telephone here? There's one in the back lab. Just a minute, and I'll check and see if the doctor's finished with it. Oh, well, no, that's okay. He's not home yet, and he wouldn't come down here anyway.
No, dearie, it's not that bad. The world's not coming to an end.
Well, it may as well be. It has for me.
Stop it, Louie. Gets me in here seeing a woman cry. Makes me think of the night I broke my old Maple's nose.
Just tell us about it. Ignore them. Just tell us about it. It just helps him to talk sometimes. Don't keep it all pinned up inside.
Oh, why couldn't they have just let me die? They had to know I wanted to, or else I wouldn't have taken all those pills.
No, you didn't want to die. You took those pills because you thought you wanted to die, but you came in here because deep down you know you want to live.
Well, I don't anymore. I'd rather die than face Jimmy and tell him, oh, why couldn't they have just left me alone? How can I ever tell him? It isn't that bad, honey. Husbands have faced it before. Why don't you just tell him? Tell him the truth. Poor Jimmy. He saved for weeks so we could have at least something for Christmas. And now this? How could I have done this?
Well, where do we start? Have you decided which of your requests to grant? You know, we could start here. One good, sharp shooting pain down her side. That would work for a start.
I just don't know. This young lady right here worries me. I think we should do something for her. What if she should try something desperate again?
But she is not on our list. Can't you see she's not our responsibility? We're here to grant one request from the little girl.
Maybe you're right. Let's see now. If I just knew which one she really wanted. The doctor, that should be easy enough. Her eyes, I think maybe we could. This St. Louis, do you have any suggestions on him?
St. Louis? I can't believe you just said that. I hope no one heard you.
Oh, merciful heavens, did I say that?
Saving for Christmas. If I hear that word again, I think I'll just open up that window and have Harry jump out of it.
Maybe we could all discuss whole rooms and card games. That would be more to your liking.
Look, sister, maybe I don't know there is to know all about Christmas, but one thing I do know, sitting around praying ain't going to get you nowhere. Only thing you end up is with calluses on your kneecaps. If you want something, you got to go out and take it. If you want to see something happen, you got to make it happen.
Dear me, dear me. This is what it takes him doing. And that young woman, she's so sad. I can't leave her out.
She's not on the list.
But then we'll just have to go back and have her added. I can't have her spending Christmas like this. And the others, look at them. I can't leave them out. I'll never be able to decide on which wish to grant.
All right, there are your wings. Let's go. If we leave now, we can probably make it back in time.
But what if someone leaves? It's nearly time and we wouldn't have time to go out and find them. You go back. I'll keep the doctor busy. They won't leave without seeing him. Besides, someone has to keep an eye on Mr. Louie. He's proving to be quite the problem.
You're right. Okay, I'll go. You stay. But please don't mess this one up.
Don't you ever sell prayer short, young man. You'd be surprised what a simple prayer can do sometimes. Is that so? Well, I ain't seen no miracles happen around here yet, and that prayer she did a few minutes ago was as simple as you can do.
You promised you wouldn't laugh, and now you're making fun.
I ain't making fun of you. It's just that, why'd you have to go and mention me in it? Ain't nobody ever mentioned my name to him before. I had a clean record for you to go and screw it up.
Mr. Louie, don't you feel anything at all? Doesn't Christmas mean just a little something to you?
Yeah, sure. Pretty soon I'll be putting on my red snowsuit and scampering across the rooftops. These guys are giving me the willies. We need to get out of here. But You think before we go, we can relieve them of some property?
Louie, you said I could have the rest of my life. Besides, they ain't got nothing worth lifting anyway. Let me check.
Well, maybe you hadn't noticed. It's getting pretty cold outside and starting to snow. And those park benches are going to be mighty cold. And those 2 hot dogs we had for breakfast ain't going to hold us over the holidays.
Really? I bet there ain't $5 between them. Sure we couldn't just go and knock a window out like last year? At least they put us in where it's nice and warm. We have some beds.
Well, maybe I'll just go get the doc and have him check your pockets for his wristwatch. And that was a mighty fine pin that Nurse had too earlier when we came in.
Fine, you in. Just talk to him for a few minutes. Let me get my picking finger limbered up. It still hurts.
I wonder what's keeping her. I sure wish she would hurry.
Do you feel better, miss?
Yes, I guess so. Thank you.
I wish I could say the same. I keep getting these shooting pains and they start like...
They start about here, and they come around about here.
What? Why, yes. How did you know?
My grandma, she complained of the same kind of pain right before we had to ship her off to the funny farm.
Oh, I'd never.
I sure wish they'd hurry with those prescriptions.
Oh, to be young again. How wonderful it would be to have to hurry. Have some place to have to go.
I wish they would hurry too. I do hope he's found someone that can help me.
He's trying to, darling. You'll never know how hard he's trying. Just those specialists are busy people, and they're hard to get. But as soon as one's available, he'll be here.
I guess so. I just can't help but wonder if things would be just a little bit different if I had a little bit of money to pay him.
No, honey, it wouldn't help if you had $1 million. Things wouldn't be any different. The doctor you need just isn't available.
Hey, man, you want a magazine?
No thanks.
Say, this sure is a lively group. I've had funner times than this in solitary.
Yes, I'm sure you have.
Now, it's getting late, old man. You don't think your son has forgotten about you, do you?
No, he hasn't left. He'll be back.
Yeah, sure he will.
Can I get you something to drink, ma'am?
Oh, no, there's nothing anyone can do for me.
Does anybody have the time? I seem to have lost my watch.
Yeah, sure, Doc. I mean, no, it's getting late, I guess. I must have misplaced mine, too.
Nurse, if you want to take the rest of the evening off, you can. I can finish up with all of them. I'm sure you have some last-minute Christmas shopping to do.
Well, I guess I'll do. I'll just finish these reports, that is, and if you're sure you don't need me, I'll get on my way.
Julie, I'm sorry. Still no luck. Maybe after the holidays I can get a hold of him. He's just gone right now.
Please, doctor, please try just one more time. It's Christmas and I just can't go home one more night without knowing something.
All right, it's useless, but I'll try again. Ma'am, I'm having your medicine sent over. It'll be just a few more minutes. Mrs. Aiken, I'm having you some stronger pills sent over. They should hold you over for the holidays.
Bless you, doctor, bless you.
Hey, Doc, how about my friend here? He's still in pretty rough shape.
Oh, yes, I'd forgotten about you. What's your problem now?
It's this finger here, Doc. I think it's set up gangrene or something.
Oh, yeah. Can you stand a little pain?
Doc, you're talking to a man who's so tough he can eat razor blades for breakfast. Anything a Sawbones dishes out, he can take it. Can't you, Harry?
If you say so, Louie.
Just a little sprain, huh? Yeah. You'll be all right when you come soon. Nurse, can you get the smiles off, please? Hurry up. You must have missed these razor blades this morning, huh?
Oh, very funny.
Well, let me see now. You're Mr. Varner, aren't you?
That's right.
There'll be someone over for you as soon as we can get your paperwork processed.
Someone, I don't understand. My son's still here, isn't he?
You mean they haven't? I must have mistaken. Let me check on it for you. Sometimes I just wish that I was digging ditches somewhere in Panama and this was just no more. I'm ready to sell this practice. Just look at him. He doesn't even suspect a thing. And her. She actually thinks we can find someone to operate on her eyes.
Is it that hopeless?
It's that hopeless.
Is there anyone that can help her?
Sure there is. I talked to him this afternoon. He was all interested in her case. And then we got to talking about money. And let's just say the Christmas spirit isn't with it this time of year. And I'm in charity cases.
And him? When you wanted to tell him that he's being checked in for the old folks home.
How do you tell an old man that spent his entire life giving me his kids, sacrificed, done everything for him, and then just one day they're done. They want to get rid of him and put him in a nursing home. You tell me how to tell him that, and I'll do it.
Well, how about it? Either get me a lily to stick in his hand or those smelling
Oh,
salts.
the smelling salts, yes.
Hey, ain't staying down here forever.
What's going on? I knew I shouldn't have left you here alone. What have you done now?
He's only fainted. Well, can we help the others?
No, I'm afraid not. They still consider you a pretty big risk.
But did you tell them about the others? They can make this exception just this one time.
I told them, but they thought they were going against your better judgment, just giving you this one case.
Well, if that's the way it is, I'll just have to make this one miracle count.
Somebody get his license number? It's a green truck. He honked his horn, but...
All right, just relax. Everybody, calm down, okay? You folks just calm down. You're gonna make it, ain't you, pal?
Let's get out of here, Louie. I don't feel good.
Hey, how'd you make out though? You know, the money, I mean. You did Kristen, didn't you?
Money. Louie, they're in worse shape than we are.
Do you mean they're broke?
Bro, Louie, their pockets are so empty, you could crack your knuckles in there and get an echo.
What are they talking about? You don't tell me they're pickpockets.
Yep.
I didn't clip the blind girl though, Louie. We do got our ethics.
Well, at least there's a little decency left. One spark still flickers.
I got her right here passed out. She's broke the rest of them.
Oh my.
Here, help me get him to the chair. Just sit there until your spring gets back. You'll be better in no time.
I may as well go. If you'd gotten a hold of him, he'd been back by now. Nurse, would you call the number I gave you? They said someone would come after me if I didn't have to get to stay this time. It's been so nice meeting all of you. I do hope everything works out all right with your grandsons, Mr. Varner. And your finger still feels better. You can still work, can't you?
Honey, I ain't completely stopped yet.
There's no need to call. I can drop you off on my way home. Let me go back and put these files up.
Well, go ahead. She asked to see you again. It's getting late, and you, of all celestial beings, can't afford to overstay your allotted time.
I just don't know. She's asked for so much. What if she'd rather have one of her other wishes granted?
Are you serious? She's blind. What could be more important to her than having her sight restored?
I guess you're right. I do hope I'm not making a mistake.
Detroit Louie. That's a silly name. I'll bet that's not your name at all. What is your name? Your real name, I mean.
That is my name. I ought to know my own name, don't I? Please, what do you want to know for anyways?
Oh, that's all right. I have my reasons.
Well, whatever your reasons are, you just leave me out of them.
Oh, but you are in them. In fact, I've got real big plans, and you're right in the very center of them. I would feel better if I had a real name to call in my prayers rather than some silly old nickname like Detroit Louie.
Look, I've told you. Just leave me out of your prayers. I don't want them, and I don't need them.
But I've already prayed. You heard me. I said, please God, let Christmas come to Detroit Louie. And Mr. Louie, I'm going to keep on asking until it does come. And it happens to soften up that old heart of yours. You know what? I don't think it's as hard as you make it out to be anyhow.
She's so sweet. Why don't you touch her?
Ivy. I'm just not sure. I'm not absolutely sure that seeing is what she really wants above everything else.
Get Lizzie.
Please, let's not argue. We have enough trouble without arguing amongst ourselves. It's starting to snow. The road's almost covered.
Oh, I wish I could see. Oh, it's just wonderful.
Yeah, real wonderful. Just wait till tomorrow. All the cars have hit it. It's gotten all nice and muddy in that beautiful shade of brown. Wait, see how wonderful it is then.
And just look at the children. They're over there balling the snow, making snowballs without any gloves on. You wouldn't even think it's cold outside.
I ought to try sleeping in it for a few nights. You might make a startling discovery.
Does it show any signs of letting up? You know what I think I'll do? I hope the boys haven't noticed it yet. I think I'll call John and tell him just to let the boys sleep if they haven't noticed it yet. And then in the morning I'll run in their room and I'll say, just look at the great present your old grandpa got you. And I'll throw open the curtains and there it'll be.
That's a good idea.
They'll know how much your old grandpa loves them then.
Sure they will. Maybe you can throw in some rainbows and a nest of bluebirds too. Did you get it, old man? They left you here. Deserted. Ditched. They ain't coming back. Don't you get it?
You don't know what you're talking about. He'll be back for me. You tell him that I'm going home.
I hope you're satisfied. What little hope he had is definitely gone now. You're sure seen to that. I hope you're proud of yourself, Mr. Detroit and Louie.
All right, I've had enough of this. Come on, Harry. I've had it up to here, okay? You ain't fooling me with this whole Christmas pitch. It's just a crutch is what it is. Just like a crutch that you walk around on, old man, okay? You can't face reality. You're like, oh, they wouldn't do that to me. This is Christmas. They wouldn't leave me here. It's Christmas. And you're like, oh, I can't even face him now. What am I going to do? Christmas is ruined. And then you try the pills, and you can't even do that. And you, over here, yeah, you're blind. You're going to be blind next Christmas, and 10,000 Christmases, you'll still be blind. Just face it. And, well, I'm not going to go there. Harry, let's go.
Mr. Louie, I still mean it. Even more now. I don't care if I never see you again. It just doesn't matter anymore.
Hey, girls. Elsie, Lizzie.
I would like to see one thing though.
Come here.
I'd like to be there with eyes wide open when it does happen. And it will happen just as sure as there is a God in heaven. Christmas will come to Detroit Louie.
No, don't do it.
Well, now you've done it. The electric eel caper was bad enough, but now you've gone and done it again.
Hey, did you hear that?
Hear what, Louie? I didn't hear anything. What did it sound like?
It sounded like beautiful angels singing to me.
Well, if you hear it again, you had better listen real close. I don't imagine you will be hearing too many angels in your future.
I better sit down, Harry. I ain't feeling so good.
Yeah, just sit down and don't talk about them angels no more. I ain't feeling so good either.
Tell them to come back here. And
Well, what do we do
hurry
now?
up. Go up
You've
and tell
just bestowed our Christmas blessing on a pickpocket and robbed a little blind girl of her happiness. I don't know if that's enough to get you a new set of wings, but it's a pretty good day's work for you.
I
I don't know what came over me. Did you ever see such sincerity in a little child? The way she said, Christmas will come to Detroit Louie. That's why I did it.
Well, take a good look at him. There he sits. Out of Earth's teeming masses, you chose him. And isn't he a darling?
I'm worried. Something's bad wrong, Harry. Somehow, even you are starting to look good to me.
Stay here. No.
I don't care what he is. I still think I chose right.
Right here.
This is Christmas. If Christ came into the world to live and die for this kind of people, then I think it's only proper on his birthday to introduce him to all of them.
Now look at them. You could have touched one of them and opened up a whole new world for them. Look at him. What do you think Christmas holds for him? He'll die of a broken heart by next Christmas if they put him in this prison of a nursing home.
But don't you see, their needs are on the outside. What if he would die tonight? Tomorrow he would get the Christmas gift that far surpasses the imagination. And her, she's blind. But what if she never does behold this old world? Will that dim the glory of heaven when she beholds it? Louie's needs are on the inside. Why do you think his name wasn't recorded in our records? Simply because no one has ever bothered to call it in prayer? I may have to hitch a ride, but one thing is for sure. Christmas will come to Detroit Louie.
Listen, do I hear bells?
That couldn't be. That couldn't be sleigh bells.
It's him! It's him! I gotta see them reindeers. Merry Christmas, everybody. Do you mind if I come in and get warm for a minute?
No, sure. Here, let me get you a chair.
Was that you ringing them sleigh bells? Yeah, that was me. We have a pot outside collecting money for the orphans, and I think my partner must have gotten sick, so I gotta get back out in a minute, but my bell ringing didn't startle you, did it? Nah, it didn't startle me none. Might have startled the little girl a little bit, but not me.
Away in a manger.
Mr. Nashville, you're singing.
Huh? What's the matter? Can't a fellow sing to himself when he wants to?
But a Christmas carol?
Is that a Bible you got there? Are you a minister?
Well, I guess you could call me that. You see, those of us at headquarters, we have to serve an apprenticeship. Some of us preach and some of us witness. But me, I just stand out there and ring the bell.
Why did you pick this corner? You'll be lucky if someone doesn't steal your pot instead of contributing.
Yeah.
I guess it was a hasty decision. Well, I better get back out on the corner. I appreciate you guys letting me get warm. You guys have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, but wait a minute. We have a rule at headquarters that says if someone gives us something, we have to give them something in return. Is there anything I can do for you kind folks?
But all we did was offer you a chair. You don't owe us anything.
Oh, yes, I do. See, you gave me a place to come in and get warm and good fellowship with kind people. And what more can a man ask for on Christmas than that? But I tell you what, since I do have my Bible, and it is Christmas, how about I read you the Christmas story?
I don't know about that. How about it, Mr. Louie?
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead. It's free country. Go ahead.
In those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken of the entire Roman world. This was the first census that took place while Quirinius was governor of Syria. And everyone went to his own town to register. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house line of David. He was there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him, and was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in clothes and placed him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks at night. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all people. Today, in the town of David, a Savior has been born. To you, he is Christ the Lord. This will be a sign to you. You will find a baby wrapped in clothes and lying in a manger." Suddenly, a great company of the heavenly host appeared with an angel, praising God and saying, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace to men whom his favor rests." When the angels had left them and gone into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, "Let us go to Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened, which the Lord hath told us about." So they hurried off and found Mary and Joseph and the baby, who was lying in the manger. When they had seen him, they spread the word concerning what had been told them about this child. And all who heard it were amazed at what the shepherds said to them. But Mary treasured up these things and pondered them in her heart. The shepherds returned glorifying and praising God for all the things that they had heard and seen, which were just as they had been told.
What a beautiful story. It gets prettier and prettier each time I hear it.
Just a tiny babe in a manger. Just think of that.
Just think of the star. The star's twinkling in the sky. Why, you can see it for miles and miles.
So wait a minute. Somebody just made that up about them reindeers?
Let me see that. You sure that was a Christmas story? I ain't never heard it that way.
Oh, it's the same story, all right. But perhaps I think it's the first time you ever listened. Well, I've done my part. You folks have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Hey, wait a second, buddy. One thing puzzled me about that story. If those wise men traveled all that way and to find that baby and followed the star and then gave him the gifts and then went back empty-handed, why are they called the wise men?
Well, Louie, that's another one of God's mysteries, isn't it? Kind of makes you think about it. But I tell you what, I'm going to let you figure this one out for yourself. And when the answer comes to you, then, and only then, Louie, will you know the true meaning of Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. What kind of answer was that?
There ain't no pot out there. Ain't no pot out there at all.
That's strange. I didn't see one when I came in either.
He was quite strange. Have you ever heard anybody read that story with so much feeling? I could have listened to him all night.
You know, I didn't notice then, but did you notice he didn't have any snow on him? He wasn't wearing a hat, and he didn't have a flake of snow on him.
Oh well, he's gone now. There's no need to worry about it. Are you ready? Are you ready to go? We better get going in time to open those gifts. Do you want to say goodbye to everyone?
Merry Christmas, everyone. I wish I had a gift to give every one of you. But you know what? Well, I didn't get a gift either. I'm going back just like I came. Oh well, maybe if I'd been bearing gifts instead of seeking them, then I'd have gone back a different way.
That's it! That's it! That's what the man said. Don't you see? That's what Christmas really is meant to do. Don't you see? They were wise men.
Christmas is not all gifts and giving, though. You're leaving out the most important part. It's also the birthday of Jesus.
No, I didn't forget that. But even then, that was a gift. God gave his son. His son gave his life. And death gave us hope.
I never thought of it like that. You know, if you look at it that way, the gifts we give, our Christmas presents, I mean, they take on a whole new meaning. They're more than just tinsel.
We have a way of tendency to cheapen it, don't we? He came and he gave his life, and yet we push him into the background and just roll out a shiny bike or a doll in his place.
He must have known, though, that that's how it would be. He must have known that the true Christmas spirit was dying with him. Come to think of it, every day he lived was like Christmas. He just went around giving and giving.
And asking nothing in return.
And then, as the shadows fell on Calvary, he knew that Christmas was stealing away. Remember what he said? It's finished.
Like a little girl after the last present has been opened, how you hate to think it's over. You wait and plan and dream, and then suddenly it's finished. Christmas is gone.
And all you have left is an armful of wrapping paper, a bunch of clothes that don't fit, and that awful, empty feeling.
It don't have to be that way. Remember what the man said about the key to Christmas? As long as we're receiving, we'll be left empty. They were wise men. That's the key to it all. Come on, Harry. It's Christmas.
What's going on in here? I just got done talking to...
Okay, you jerks. Listen up. I've had enough. We're taking the doc here and going to go for a little ride. And you ain't going to have much Christmas without him. So I suggest it's in your best interest to stay right there. We'll be back.
But where are you taking him?
Tell her, Harry.
Yeah, it's like he said.
Oh no, they're taking him for a ride, and you know what that means. It's the bottom of the river for him.
No, it's not that serious. I've just been watching too much television.
He didn't seem like such a bad man.
He tried to act like one, but he really wasn't. That Harry's the bad one, and he's about as tough as a kitten.
Oh, I thought he was kind of cute.
What are we gonna do? Do I need to call the police?
No, don't do that. If we call the police, something might happen, and then they'd be in real trouble. I don't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon. I just as soon wait and see what happens.
There they sit. You've certainly given them a Christmas they'll always remember.
You don't have to remind me. I feel bad enough without you rubbing it in. I guess I've done all I can do. I don't guess he's coming back. I guess we better get started if we're going to get to the Christmas party. I'm sure going to miss those wings. Wait, did you hear that? What is it? Maybe he's coming back.
Betty, there you are. I've been looking for you everywhere.
Jimmy, why did you have to come?
Now calm yourself down, sit down now, especially since
He told you and you're not angry?
angry. What do you think I am? I can't go by a rain barrel without shouting Daddy just to hear the echo. Come on, let's go home.
Oh, thank goodness you're still here, Dad. Come on, let's go home.
Yes, I'm so sorry. They're probably tearing the house up on us.
I don't understand. What took you so long?
I still don't understand what happened. Somebody broke into the house while we were gone. Didn't take anything. Just talked to the boys. Called himself Harry or something. Said that their grandpa was going to be locked up forever and not even going to be able to see him on Christmas. He started a young riot around the house.
Yes, and please hurry. Everybody will be waiting. He'll need that.
Son, he didn't know what he was talking about, did he? This Harry?
No, Dad, it might have seemed like for a bit, but he didn't know what he was talking about.
Come on, Dad, let's go home.
Here she is, ma'am. Here's the one I was telling you about.
You got the nerves dragging me out in the middle of the night. Well, as I'm here, I might as well look at her. I think we can do it. I'll go to my office Monday morning.
Come on, honey. Let me take you home. No, not home. We have some celebrating to do. How's a nice chocolate sundae with all the toppings now?
That sounds great. Oh, but what about me?
Oh, Oh, Miss Aiken, I have the perfect gift for you in the back. It's a full body x-ray in a fruitwood frame. Just come on back.
Oh my goodness, thank you, Doctor, thank you.
Feel better now, Louie? Yeah, for the first time in my life, I believe I do.
Well, where do we go from here? I sure dread going back out in that cold out there.
You know, I've been thinking, Harry. I wonder what would happen if we had happened to bump into a policeman, accidentally. And maybe he recognized us. And do you think we could?
You mean back to jail? There's warm beds and Christmas dinner and all the gang?
And if we hurry, we might even get to hear the chaplain read us the Christmas story. Let's go.
All right.